That sticky, chalky feeling, the constant need for a sip of water, especially in the quiet of the night. If you live with dry mouth, you know it is more than a small annoyance. It can disrupt your comfort, your taste, and even your sleep. Tonight, we won't offer a quick fix. Instead, we are going to build something far more lasting, a gentle, soothing routine for your entire day and night, a rhythm that helps your body find its natural balance and brings you lasting relief. Let's begin. That dry, chalky feeling that wakes you up at 3 a.m. doesn't have to ruin your night. The house is still, the world is asleep, but you are not. You've been woken again, not by a sound, but by a feeling. A mouth as dry as desert sand. This nightly interruption is exhausting, but a peaceful, unbroken night's sleep is possible. In this session, we will focus entirely on the night. We will prepare your room, your body, and your mind for deep, comfortable rest, free from the distraction of dry mouth. Your peaceful night begins now. We often treat dry mouth as a problem inside the mouth, but tonight we're looking outside. The very air around you can be stealing precious moisture while you sleep. Think of your mouth and throat as a garden. To thrive, it needs the right climate. The single greatest tool for fighting nighttime dryness is controlling your bedroom air. Why? When the air is too dry, it pulls moisture directly from the soft tissues in your mouth, nose, and throat. This is why dry mouth often feels worse in the winter when the heat is running, or if you live in a very arid place. Our goal is simple: to make your bedroom air feel more like a gentle, humid spring evening. This is where a humidifier steps in, specifically a cool mist humidifier. It gently adds invisible water vapor back into the air. This helps slow down how fast your body loses water as you breathe. But what is the perfect level of moisture? Too much, and you risk mildew. Too little, and you are still dry. Experts often suggest aiming for a humidity level between 40 and 60%. If you choose to use one, placement matters greatly. Don't place it right next to your head. Position the humidifier a few feet away, perhaps on a dresser or a desk. This allows the mist to circulate naturally throughout the room. And remember, safety is paramount. Humidifiers require clean, diligent maintenance. Stagnant water can quickly become a breeding ground for mold and bacteria, which is the exact opposite of healthy air. Always use distilled or filtered water if you can. This helps prevent mineral dust from spreading through the air you breathe. And clean the tank thoroughly, following the manufacturer's instructions every single day, or at least every few days. This is a crucial step in keeping your nighttime sanctuary truly healthy. Starting tonight, observe how your environment feels. If your throat often feels scratchy before you even fall asleep, the air may be the culprit. Humidity isn't the only environmental factor we need to consider. Let's talk about air movement and temperature. Many of us sleep with a ceiling fan running, or perhaps a window open. While moving air can feel refreshing, excessive drafts can actually accelerate the evaporation of moisture from your mouth. This is especially true if you tend to breathe through your mouth while sleeping. If you use a fan, try aiming it toward your feet or a wall. Avoid directing it right over your head or face. This keeps the air circulating gently without blowing across your mouth all night. Temperature also plays a vital, subtle role in comfortable sleep. The consensus for restorative sleep, which indirectly supports saliva production, suggests a slightly cooler room. Experts typically recommend settings between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. A cooler room encourages deeper sleep and can reduce overall body temperature. This lessens your risk of mouth breathing caused by overheating. Now let's address a hidden thief of nighttime comfort: irritants in the air. Sometimes dry mouth symptoms are worsened by things that irritate the delicate linings of your nose and throat. Think about strong fragrances. While scented candles or plug-in air fresheners may smell lovely, the chemicals used in them can sometimes dry out or inflame your nasal passages. This makes it harder to breathe through your nose and forces you to rely on mouth breathing. For the sake of a comfortable night, try removing all strong scents from your bedroom. Switch to unscented laundry detergents for your bedding, and avoid heavy perfumes before you get into bed. Similarly, dust can be a major irritant. If you struggle with allergies or frequent nasal congestion, cleaning your bedroom regularly can make a remarkable difference. Pay special attention to dusting surfaces and washing bedding weekly. A clean environment means less irritation, and less irritation means an easier path to steady, comfortable nasal breathing. Taking these simple, gentle steps to optimize your sleep sanctuary creates the essential foundation. It prepares the room so your body can focus on resting, not on constantly fighting dry air. Before we move on to the crucial bedside tools, if you appreciate this slow, careful approach to health and comfort, please take a quiet moment to subscribe. We are always here, every night, with a warm voice and trustworthy advice to help you drift off with dignity. Now, let's look right next to the bed at the things you can reach for instantly. The next step in achieving peaceful, dry mouth-free sleep is assembling your emergency kit, the bedside toolkit. We call it an emergency kit because sometimes, despite our best efforts with humidity and environment, the dryness will still strike. Being prepared means you can address it quickly, calmly, and return to sleep with minimal interruption. The most obvious item is, of course, water. But we need to rethink how we use that water. Simply gulping a large glass when you wake up dry can sometimes backfire. It might require an inconvenient trip to the bathroom later. Instead, the focus should be on sipping and coating. Keep a glass or a bottle with a covered lid and a straw on your nightstand. The cover keeps the water clean, and the straw encourages small, gentle sips rather than big gulps. When you feel dry, take a very small sip. Swish it gently around your mouth for a moment, and then swallow. The goal is to moisten the tissues, not to rapidly fill your bladder. For added comfort, ensure the water is room temperature. Ice-cold water can sometimes be a shock to the system and is less effective at soothing dry tissues. Our second essential tool is the saliva substitute. These are often gels, sprays, or lozenges specifically designed to mimic the texture and moisturizing properties of natural saliva. They offer immediate, lasting relief because they coat the mouth with lubricating agents like carboxymethylcellulose. These products often have a thicker consistency than water, making them adhere to the lining of your mouth and throat longer. This is particularly effective at night. Look for products that are marked as containing xylitol, or make the glycerin. Xylitol is a natural sweetener that is highly effective at stimulating saliva and reducing the risk of dental decay that can accompany dry mouth. It is absolutely vital to choose products that are *alcohol-free, CART. Many standard mouthwashes contain alcohol, which initially feels refreshing, but will ultimately dry your tissues out much worse in the long run. If you are using a gel or spray, keep it within easy reach. A quick spritz or a dab of gel on your tongue when you wake up can restore comfort in seconds. Third, consider a small, simple addition, a non-petroleum-based lip balm. Dry mouth often encourages involuntary licking of the lips, leading to chapping and discomfort. Apply a thin layer of a gentle lip balm before turning off the lights. Choosing one without strong flavors or petroleum jelly can prevent irritation. Petroleum jelly can sometimes seal the skin too tightly, preventing your skin from breathing, whereas balms with ingredients like shea butter or coconut oil provide gentle, lasting moisture. Finally, a note on over-the-counter options. If your dry mouth is linked to congestion, sometimes a small saline nasal spray before bed can open up your nasal passages. If you can breathe more easily through your nose, the likelihood of mouth breathing drops dramatically. Before incorporating any new spray or internal remedy, a brief discussion with your pharmacist or doctor is always wise. The goal of this toolkit is not complexity, but rapid, gentle comfort. Having these items within arm's reach means that when dryness strikes, you can solve the problem in 30 seconds and be back on your way to sleep rather than getting fully awake and frustrated. Once the room is set and the toolkit is ready, we need to look at the actions you take right before you close your eyes. These final rituals are your final defense against nighttime dryness. Our third section is dedicated to the winding down hour, the gentle habits that prepare your body for uninterrupted rest. The activities we engage in just before sleep have a profound effect on our nighttime comfort, especially concerning dry mouth. First, let's talk about the final drink of the day. Many people reach for a cup of tea or a sip of juice before bed. However, certain drinks are counterproductive. Avoid caffeine completely in the hours leading up to sleep, as it acts as a diuretic and dehydrates the body. Equally important is avoiding highly acidic or sugary beverages, including many fruit juices. The acid can irritate the mouth's lining, and the sugar feeds bacteria, which is a major concern when saliva production is already low. The best final drink is plain room temperature water. Take a small final drink about 45 minutes before lying down. This allows the water to be absorbed before your rest begins, reducing the chances of a midnight bathroom trip. Next, we must gently address oral care. Your evening routine should be focused on absolute cleanliness and the removal of all irritants. Use a soft toothbrush and a fluoride toothpaste. Fluoride is essential because it helps protect teeth when saliva, our natural protector, is reduced. When you brush, take extra care to clean your tongue and the roof of your mouth. These areas can harbor bacteria that increase dryness. Following brushing, if you use a mouth rinse, it must be alcohol-free. We've mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. Alcohol is an instant, aggressive drying agent. Many rinses designed specifically for dry mouth contain xylitol or other moisturizing polymers. Swish gently, and do not rinse with plain water afterward. Allow the moisturizing ingredients to remain on your tissues. This final clean and coat acts as a soothing barrier throughout the initial hours of sleep. The most critical pre-sleep ritual, however, is training your body to breathe through your nose. Mouth breathing is the primary reason why dry mouth becomes so severe at night. Breathing through the nose naturally humidifies and filters the air before it reaches your throat. When we sleep, we often revert to the easiest method of breathing, which can unfortunately be the mouth. To encourage nasal breathing, practice a simple calming exercise called a calm close. As you lie in bed, before trying to fall asleep, intentionally close your mouth. Place the tip of your tongue gently against the roof of your mouth, right behind your front teeth. Now, focus entirely on the air, moving softly in and out of your nostrils. Count your breath slowly. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. This simple attention to the mechanics of breathing helps signal to your body that nasal breathing is the preferred path. It also acts as a quiet, calming anchor, helping to ease any anxiety that might keep you from rest. If you struggle with chronic nasal congestion due to allergies or other conditions, speak to your doctor about solutions. Sometimes, a gentle nasal steroid spray or a simple decongestant taken an hour before bed can clear the way for easy, comfortable nasal breathing. The preparation of your mind, your mouth, and your room sets the stage for success. But what happens if you wake up anyway? That's what we address next. A calm, simple plan for getting back to sleep when the dryness strikes. Even with the perfect routine, the body sometimes rebels. The goal is not to eliminate all wake-ups, but to minimize the frustration and the time spent awake. If you wake up and the first thing you notice is a dry, uncomfortable mouth, our plan must be immediate and gentle. This is Part 4, Mastering the Art of Returning to Sleep. The biggest mistake we make when waking up is becoming fully alert. We often switch on a bright light, grab our phone, or begin mentally planning the next day. These actions instantly trigger our wakefulness hormones, making a return to sleep incredibly difficult. Your first commitment when woken by dryness must be to stay in the dark and stay calm. Reach immediately for your bedside toolkit. Do not sit up if you can help it. If you have your water bottle with a straw, take that slow, small sip we discussed. Remember to swish it gently to coat the inside of your mouth. The straw helps you control the amount of liquid. If the dryness is severe, reach for your saliva substitute, the gel or spray. A quick application of this soothing lubricant provides instantaneous relief that lasts longer than water. The key here is speed. The faster you soothe the physical discomfort, the faster your mind can let go and return to rest. This entire process, from realizing you are awake to applying the relief, should take less than 60 seconds. Once the immediate dryness is addressed, do not immediately force yourself to sleep. Instead, return to the simple, calming breathing exercise we learned. Close your eyes, place your tongue gently on the roof of your mouth, and focus on the quiet rhythm of air entering and leaving your nose. Count the breaths. 1 breath in, 2 breath out, 3 breath in. This deliberate, slow counting distracts the racing mind and keeps the focus internal and calm. Another gentle technique to consider is the sleeping position. For some people, sleeping on their back may encourage the jaw to relax and fall open slightly, leading to increased mouth breathing and dryness. Experiment with sleeping on your side. If you are a dedicated back sleeper, try slightly elevating your head and chest with an extra pillow, or by slightly raising the head of the bed. Even a slight incline can help keep the airway clear and discourage the jaw from dropping open, promoting better nasal breathing. If you find that waking up to a dry mouth is a very common event, say 4 or more times a week, you may want to talk to your dentist or doctor about a custom-fitted device. Sometimes an oral appliance or a splint can gently hold the lower jaw slightly forward. This helps keep the airway open and stable. This is a topic to explore calmly with your healthcare team, but it offers a profound, long-term solution for frequent nighttime mouth breathing. Finally, we must talk about the frustration itself. Dry mouth is annoying, and being woken up by it is frustrating. But holding on to that frustration will keep you awake far longer than the dryness will. If you find your thoughts spiraling into anger or worry, gently remind yourself, I have taken care of the dryness. Now I allow the rest to come. Return to the gentle counting and trust that your body knows how to rest. Mastering these gentle responses transforms a midnight crisis into a small, momentary pause. Now that we have covered the room, the tools, and the methods, we need to address the most crucial element: long-term consistency and adaptations for senior health. Our journey tonight is built on evidence and consistency. Long-term relief from chronic dry mouth, medically known as xerostomia, doesn't rely on a single magic pill. It relies on the faithful application of these small, gentle habits. This final section focuses on sustaining these changes and understanding the unique health factors that are associated with dry mouth, especially as we age. One of the greatest challenges we face with dry mouth is medication. For many seniors, dry mouth is an unavoidable side effect of necessary medications. Blood pressure medications, antidepressants, antihistamines, and nerve pain medications are common culprits. It is crucial to remember this truth. Never stop or adjust any prescription medication without first speaking with the prescribing doctor. Doing so can be dangerous. The solution here is not elimination, but communication and adaptation. When you next visit your doctor or pharmacist, calmly mention the severity of your dry mouth. Ask if there are alternative medications in the same class that are known to have fewer drying side effects. Sometimes a simple change in the time you take a dose, for instance, taking a drying medication earlier in the day, can reduce the severity of the nighttime symptoms. Be an active, informed participant in your healthcare. Another key factor in consistency is vigilance regarding oral health. When saliva production drops, the risk of dental decay increases sharply. Saliva naturally washes away food particles and neutralizes damaging acids. Without it, your teeth are vulnerable. This means regular, careful visits to your dentist become even more essential. Tell your dentist about your dry mouth. They may recommend special high-fluoride toothpaste or varnishes to strengthen your tooth enamel. Maintaining diligent oral hygiene, brushing gently twice a day, flossing daily, is your primary defense against the long-term consequences of xerostomia. We must also talk about avoiding the hidden drying agents in our daily lives. Think about lozenges, cough drops, or candies you might use to relieve a scratchy throat. If these products contain sugar, they exacerbate dental risk. If they contain alcohol or certain strong flavorings, they may increase the dryness. Always choose sugar-free, xylitol-based, or all-natural alternatives. Look specifically for products advertised to soothe a dry mouth, not just a cough. Even small, seemingly harmless habits, like frequently consuming strong black coffee or highly concentrated black tea, can contribute to overall dehydration. Replace just one of these daily habits with a glass of plain water or a mild herbal tea. Gentle substitution leads to lasting change. Remember that patience is essential. The body takes time to respond to new routines. You may not achieve a perfectly dry mouth-free night immediately. Focus on small victories. Did you only wake up once instead of twice? Did you manage to return to sleep faster? Celebrate these small steps. Dry mouth management is a marathon of small, consistent kindnesses to your body. Your commitment to your comfort tonight is a beautiful act of self-care. You have prepared your environment, gathered your tools, established your rituals, and learned how to respond calmly when interrupted. This entire plan is designed for gentle dignity and peace. If this quiet guidance has brought you comfort or clarity tonight, please consider pressing the like button on this video and subscribe to Senior Bedtime Radio so we can continue to be here for you every night, offering trustworthy, calming voices to help you drift off. Take a final, deep, slow breath in through your nose. Exhale gently. You have done the work. You are ready for rest. Tonight, may your sleep be long, deep, and perfectly undisturbed. Good night.